Okay, we are live.
We are. I am Chloe.
And I am Sandy. And
And
this
this
is
is
WordStitch.
WordStitch. Did we actually sync that up that time? We are amazing. Ignore like everything that's going on right now because I lost that mute button. There we go.
Ignore everything. So
Yeah.
I also, I'm moving my microphone so that you're not getting that echo, hopefully.
Oh no, the echo is all me. Just move it right to the floor. We're doing great today, guys.
All right, we're back. We're back in business. Sandy's outside today. It has been beautiful where I am right now. This is probably why I'm in a good mood. So we took all our patio furniture out to the driveway yesterday and hosed it all down like adults do, like when they're trying to make their place look nice. And now we have a beautiful space where I can write outside, and it's wonderful. Also, you guys are experiencing some of the technical glitches.
Yeah.
But
good hand cam action right there.
Yeah.
Very, very Blair Witchy.
Is it very Blair Witchy?
It's a bit Blair Witchy.
My background here?
Yeah. So Sarah, for some people, it is morning, right? Yeah. Not in the continental United States, but somewhere. Hawaii, perhaps Alaska. I feel like Alaska, I honestly don't understand where Alaska is. Like I get, like I can like point it out on a map, but like Alaska and Hawaii, I really don't know like how far away they are from us. Hawaii is very far away.
I think, so Sarah says it's 3 p.m. where she is, and I feel like at 3 p.m. in a pandemic, like nobody knows if it's morning or afternoon. I might be in my day jammies. I don't know. Like, there could be people in my house that shouldn't be there. I don't know.
That's kind of me at any hour of any day.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So we're having a day where, Chloe, have you decided what you're working on yet? I don't think you have you?
No, I finished. Okay, so here's my dilemma. I finished drafting Hazel. I've got an entire plot line that is missing that I have to go fill in. So I need to do that sooner than later. So like I don't want to jump to another project right now. Which is normally like conventionally like the best thing to do, but I feel like I need to get this new stuff written before I bounce anything else. But also this book is the third book in the series, and I'm having an issue with continuity, just forgetting really dumb things like what characters from the first two books look like and what terms I'm using for things. And like, it's paranormal. So like there's the fancy words that like are made up or used in a very different way than they're supposed to be or whatever. But then like, I just don't remember like the people who work for the Prince of Hell, what he describes them as, if they're disciples or followers or
maybe minions.
I know it's not minions because that term is used for something else, but like I'm just missing these little things that I need to know, and I'm hesitant. Like I feel like I shouldn't be doing any editing until I have like a better glossary, so to speak. So I don't know what. And then I also just kind of wanted to like make covers or something. I don't know.
Oh, go make covers. That sounds good. I'm doing actually like heavy work on one of my books. So I think we should start writing because it's 4:05.
I realize that, and I'm loading that app right now. What book are you working on right now?
Kingdoms of the Frozen Dead. That's the sequel to Sisters. Yeah.
Are you still in draft mode on that?
Kind of. I'm kind of in draft, revise, organize.
I'm sorry, that face that I just made, it had nothing to do with you.
No, that's fine.
I got like a weird warning when I tried to share screen. Keep going, please. I'm sorry.
Okay. Hang on, I'm doing the prompt. The prompt is your character doesn't know if it's morning or night. I think that's an excellent prompt. Also, I was inspired. Here, let's get that set up, and we'll talk more about mine when we come back, so that we have some time to write.
Oh, I accidentally started the timer. Don't worry about that. Okay, now we're going to start. We'll see you guys at 16 past the hour.
trying to fix my camera. I don't know if it's working. It's not working. It's not working.
But now we're kind of getting a tour of your porch.
You are. No, see, doesn't the porch look pretty? Like, it's super adorable. It's that's my favorite part, those little chairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Malcolm and I had like a big little thing yesterday while we were hosing off stuff where he questioned my expertise with regards to whether those outdoor pillows could be sprayed down with the hose. I told him they absolutely could be.
Pillows.
I know, right?
Yeah. If they're designed to be outdoors, then of course they can get hosed down.
Yeah.
Sometimes God hoses things down.
Sometimes, yes. And in this area, I think in your area too, Chloe, we sometimes have, sometimes God snows down pollen on all of your outdoor furniture.
Oh, for that. Yeah.
Yeah. So hi to those of you who've just joined. Hopefully you got some words done in the last couple minutes there. Let me say hi to people on the chat.
Yeah, we did briefly have Kat. I don't know why he jumped up just to jump down again. But he was briefly there.
So how did you do there? You're covering?
So I was looking for images. I know I've mentioned this before. You obviously know it. I've been working on redoing the covers on my Shifter series. And I've gotten them all done except for the first one because I've been struggling to find an image that I like. And I've been trying to go through the free picture sites this time because I've already paid for 2 pictures of this guy. And all of the other pictures that I've used on this series have been free. And I feel I feel like I shouldn't be spending any money on him when he keeps failing me. So I had another struggle, but if we do a little share screen.
Yeah, sure.
Find the funniest moment I've had so far looking for these. I just got to switch to the right screen. This moment right here is the funniest thing I've seen. These 2 pictures next to each other of the guy on a bike, like a bicycle and a plaid shirt in the exact same position as that, like, you know.
Wait, is this the same guy?
Huh?
Is this the same guy?
No. It was just really funny that these 2 photos were next to each other. Because they're in the same position, but like one's just on like a cheesy bicycle and the other is actually like sport stuff.
So because my husband does cars and things that go fast instead of like golf or, football or something like, safer. I actually have some like amazing pictures of him, like just like that on a motorcycle track. I think they purposely set the cameras up for like corners so that they can take those pictures at like just the right action angle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. I don't know about the guy on the bicycle though. But also I had no luck this time so far finding a photo either.
Bummer. I, for the record, like the original cover, but I know you're still looking to change it, so.
Well, I mean, I've changed all of the other 3 so that they match. So I feel like it'd be real weird to have one cover not match.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. At least the fonts have to match, right?
It bothers me when book covers don't carry a theme throughout.
So you're book covering and I'm finally working on the sequel to Sisters of the Perilous Heart. And I've written a fairly large amount of it. I feel like I probably have 2/3 of it written and like 1/3 of it not written, which is a lot because these are like 100 and so 1,000 word books. But more importantly, I have probably still like 30,000 words that I just need to get rid of. And so I'm not exactly writing. I'm sort of deleting.
I mean, wording works both ways.
Yeah. So the third book, I like remember I was like, oh, I got to write that whole book this summer too. And you were like, well, that's impossible. That's like a, huge book. How are you going to do that in like 2 months when you've taken literally like 2 years to write the sequel?
I don't think I ever said it quite that dramatically.
Well, if you didn't, you should have. So I was like, oh no, I've got some of it written already. Good news. I have 145,000 words written in that book already.
Third book. Mm-hmm. What is happening? I do not understand your method, Sandy, at all.
I know, because the thing is, I think I'm only going to be able to use about 50,000 of those words. Like that only represents like a third of the plot. So yeah, there's going to be some things that happen.
Yeah.
This is my summer project. I need to like delete words and write good ones for my stuff.
I don't think I have ever started or like written more than a scene of a sequel before I at least had a completed rough draft of no, I'm going to go ahead and say I have never written anything from a sequel if I didn't have the rough draft finished of the book before it.
Yeah. So what happened to me with that series is I just don't, I mean, first of all, you're right? Like that is the far superior way to do it is just write things chronologically. And when I'm doing my romance, I try very hard to do that because I don't like to be in this situation because it makes book writing a really long process. But these characters, they won't breathe right for me until I've like given them enough scene time. And so I have to write them doing many things that I am excited about before I even know what the story is going to be. It's that problem. Devin is right about this. This is the problem that is happening. I am writing a tome.
What are you doing?
Actually, I'm writing a tome, and it's not even the series that I think is the good one that I want to write. It's the series I thought I could finish right now that I got excited about. So I've got all kinds of problems, you guys.
Wait, but you're talking about Sisters of Perilous Heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the other series that you're working on?
Well, I'm not working on it right now, right? But like I've had this series in my head for like years, the middle grade one, and I just
gotcha. Yeah.
It never. It's like a portal fantasy, and I've never been able to write it appropriately. In any case, it is almost 4:25, and I don't have a word prompt yet. We need a word prompt.
I have a cat screaming at my door because he's an idiot.
I have somebody who does this too. G totally does the same thing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, let's both break our bad habits. Okay.
Okay, am I on the right screen? I am. Yes. Okay. So yeah, we're going to sprint for the next 25 minutes. And it is 25 past right now. So we are going to be sprinting until 10 of. Good luck, everybody.
I'm muted.
There. Oh, was I also muted? I figured we were both muted, but it was probably just you, and I didn't need to fake sign language that.
I got a few cells of it, my like ultimate Excel spreadsheet organization tool filled in. So I feel really good about that.
Nice.
Yeah. And you?
I worked on my diamond painting.
I think every now and then you're totally allowed to like take off some time between projects and diamond. Yeah. It's okay.
I had like I don't know, it was just a weird break for me. It started with a scam voicemail for someone attempting to collect a debt from my father, not even me, but my father.
Weird.
I'm pronouncing his name wrong. And the thing is that like the name they used and his name are very close, but they're spelled very differently. So there's no way that any reasonable person should have misread the name Kurt as Kirk, because they're like the letters are just completely different. Like his name isn't Kirk. So I don't know what that was. And then I had some mail, and I checked that mail, and it ended up being this stupid thing telling me that I got a stimulus check. Like I know already. I noticed the extra money in my bank account. I don't know why we had to waste postage to also send me a letter. And at that point, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do something dumb today.
I mean, it's never a bad thing to get extra money, though. So.
Oh yeah. This just wasn't money. This was notification that they were giving me money. There was no actual money contained in it.
We have people who've gotten words written, which is not either of us right now. Although,
yeah, you are blinding yourself on your computer right now.
Blinding myself? Is it that bad?
Yeah, right there. Is that not like very faint? That right there.
I see it. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
Although this is funny, you guys. So the dog, who should theoretically bark like significantly more when she's out here, just chills.
Chilling.
Yeah, there she is. She's all tuckered out because we like let her play in the hose yesterday. And that's a lot of energy for a small dog.
Meanwhile, Chonk is just glaring at you all. He's just glaring.
That is funny. So yeah. Okay, so I have a topic I just thought of. Virtual launch parties. So I'm doing a virtual launch party. Yeah, and this was like a really big thing for me. So my book, Sisters of the Perilous Heart, is available tomorrow. Like the release date is tomorrow. And I initially I set this up months ago, right? Like it was 6 months or something like that. So I initially thought, I was going to have this like really big launch party, right? Like I'd like at the very least have some people go to dinner with me or something. And there would be wine and toasting or something, something to commemorate. And now there's COVID. And so I can't do a real launch party. But I had in my mind that I would do like something virtual, and I have had, so I'm going to do it. But I got to tell you, like the last week or so, I've had major virtual launch party like agony. Like I've been so very like, should I do it? Should I not do it? Is this stupid? Like, does anybody even care? Like, am I going to be happy that I did this? So Chloe, what are your thoughts on this? Would you ever do a virtual launch party for yourself?
Sometimes I forget when my books are released. Like sometimes it is like 6 o'clock in the evening, and I'm like, oh, that book went live today. Will that change in the future? I hope so. I hope I become more responsible and also have more of a vested interest in this, because like it's just not, I still have my 9 to 5 and everything right now. So I still have like a lot of other stuff to fill my brain that's not that. So like, yeah, I hope to one day have like a viable reason to do it and an interest in doing it. And I think the really good thing for you doing this now is that like probably not a whole lot is going to happen with it. If it does, great. But it's probably just going to be a trial run for you.
Yeah.
Isn't it so much better to have a trial run than to wait until like you actually have, a big following and people who want this,
And
and
then mess it up.
right, and then it's me pulling my usual shenanigans of like not being able to function if there's not somebody on the screen next to me or whatever. So yeah, I think it is a great idea. And I think you should not at all be worried about how successful it is, because if it's not successful, it doesn't matter. It's just experience for the future.
I think that's a really good point. Herb says yes, I should do it. I think that's very validating. I um so I think for me, one of the big factors here is truly like, why would you do a virtual? Like, why would you do it? Right. And
Oh,
like, what's the benefit for you? And I think, so I ultimately did decide to do it. I put it on my Facebook page. I told my mom, who otherwise wouldn't have been able to find it. And
yeah.
I'm like, actually, I sent out a little newsletter. Luckily, because of COVID, everybody's like available, right? So you don't have to do massive advertising in advance. But I don't know, like I had a real serious, like, is this going to be fun for me? And then I decided, you know what, hell, I should at least like for myself go through and like, I don't know, commemorate the journey, right? Like the 6-year journey or something that it took to
Right.
write my first book and then publish it and then decide that I like epically failed and then republish it. And so yeah, so it's gonna happen, but it's been a whole thing. Is it an excuse to drink
I
wine? It's
will
an excuse
say,
to toast to something.
yes, like it's a good reason to celebrate. And um,
Uh-oh, you just froze, Chloe. Oh no, is that just on my screen? I don't think that's just on my screen. I think that is Chloe freezing. Well, she does that and hopefully comes back. I am gonna get a prompt set up for us. So let's do, is she still here? Yeah, she's frozen. Okay, guys. So we were like 2 seconds away from our next writing thing, and she has the timer. So what I'm gonna do is write us a prompt, and it will be, your character celebrates their own success. I think that's fair right now. And let's pop that up. Let me grab a timer for us. The awesome thing about StreamYard is when something like this happens, it's actually really pretty easy for like one person to take it over if necessary. So I think I can share my screen and get us that timer set up. Sorry about that, guys. I just went out for a second. I do not know why, but let's see if we can't get my timer up. And let's start that 30-minute 5K very soon. Ooh, like gremlins to the extreme. Oh, Chloe, are you back? You're back.
I am back. Sorry, Chrome just like straight up crashed on me.
Yeah, no, my Chrome has now crashed like twice trying to pull up a timer myself. It's not working for me.
My timer has not crashed. So
okay, let's see if we can't get it to work. That was only like a minute delay somehow. I don't know how.
I don't have a keyboard. It's back here. Okay. So we're just not going to do a prompt again this time because my keyboard is behind me now. But we are going to write for the next 30 minutes. It's only 1 after, so we're going to write until 31 past. Good luck, everybody.
Sorry, I thought I was watching better.
It's okay.
Okay. How'd you do?
I got many diamonds in.
I outlined a couple more chapters. I'm feeling good about the organization.
For those of you who were not here last week, I'm doing one of these stupid things. It's looking better. It's like, look, you can actually kind of like tell that it's trees with waterfalls.
You know, so in the YouTube thing, I feel like it's really easy to tell what it is because yeah, exactly. Like you're kind of looking at it from really, really, really far away. But I think it is funny that like you are diamond painting and I happen to be productive right now when like all last month you were super productive. And I was like, I can't finish my novella.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I did just write like 80,000 words, so 90,000. I am so over my target as well. Hazel ended up being 90,000 words. And like I said, I'm missing an entire like half a plot line. And then like there's an apology scene in it that I thought when I started writing it, I knew where I was going with it. And it ended up taking 7,000 words.
Oh, wow.
For him to apologize to her because I was like, none of this makes any sense. I would not take him back for anything he is saying until I got to like 6,300 words. And then I was like, oh, never mind. This is what he needs to say. So hopefully when I actually get to editing on it, there'll just be like a ton of crap that I was like rambling on. But yeah, that was, yeah.
I feel like if you write an apology scene in one of your romance novels and it's 7,000 words, it really needs to involve sex. Like,
well, there's sex immediately afterward, kind of.
Kind of.
The next scene, like there's okay. a delay. Like it's not apology bang, but it's apology driving home. Wait, let's pull over and bang. and that's on brand for me.
It's so much fun to write romance sometimes, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. By the way, I feel like my lighting is now giving me Blair Witch. Like this is very horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like your flashlight lit right now.
I am. Yeah. Even though the light is coming from like here. I don't really know what's happening.
I had to explain to somebody yesterday what paranormal romance was. And I realized that I probably should not have led with the fact that I write demon smut. But I had to explain what it was. And when I gave my explanation, he was like, oh, are you talking about like Anne Rice's her beauty series? I was like, oh, good God, no. Because I don't know if you're aware of this, but Anne Rice, and I don't know, it had to have been like the 70s or 80s, like before the time when I was reading her stuff. She had an extremely dark romance series based on, I think, Sleeping Beauty that is like to this day is considered to be extremely difficult to get through, like BDSM, it's like to a dark place. Because it was kind of like before the erotic romance genre existed. So I understand why she wrote it the way she did, but like I had to be like, oh no, this is a completely different ballgame now. Yeah, like this is, and like stuff like her the beauty series certainly is still getting written today, but that was kind of the only thing that was in existence at the time, and now like it's considered like that's what dark romance is. If you ever see anything with that tag and you don't know what dark romance is, and you are not okay with non-consensual sex, do not read dark romance.
Is that what dark romance is? It's non-consensual stuff?
I mean, there are other things in that category, but that's kind of the nicest way to put it. I don't know. Like when I think this is just, and it could just be me, but when you say dark romance to me, I just assume that, basically like the darker paranormal stuff, the vampires and the fighting and all of that. But actually it's the like, yeah, it's the non-consensual stuff.
I keep trying to like move my face to make this flashlight thing better, but it's just not going to get better.
No, nothing is going to make it better except like leaning back.
Yes.
Like completely out of it, but I ended up doing it. So back to our previous topic though, because I'm assuming it cut off long before I stopped speaking. I panicked and I kept talking just in case like y'all were looking at me making real funny faces to the camera. But for the release party, I think that everybody needs to celebrate their book at some point. And also like there's never a bad reason to have a party. So like I don't celebrate the publication of books. I celebrate books at a different time. And I don't do parties. But like you should absolutely do it for selfish reasons. And if you like have that fan base that shows up and is totally into it for their own reasons, awesome. But you're just celebrating what your own accomplishment.
Yeah, I think that's a really good perspective. I feel like that's the way to do it.
Like a birthday party. Like who the fuck cares if it's your birthday?
Okay, but so that's part of the problem, right? Like I'm birthday cursed. I'm one of those people. So you are too, aren't you? Like I feel like
I've given a eulogy on my birthday before. I'm very birthday cursed.
I have epic birthday failures. Like this year, I was planning an entire birthday month. I was so like I am done with being cursed. That. Yeah, no, but I thought I could control it. I thought maybe it was like an attitude problem, like perhaps if I said to myself, I deserve a birthday party, damn it, that it would happen. And then I happened to have kind of like a personal tragedy occur like 2 days before my birthday. So it was like life was just like, no.
Yeah. That I quit doing my birthday for a long time because I had some like terrible stuff happen on my birthday. And then I quit. I was like, I'm not doing this. And I didn't do it for like 4 or 5 years. And then there was 1 year that I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it this time. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to do it. We're going to have a whole thing. It's going to be great. And that was the year that I had to read a eulogy on my birthday.
Oh.
Yeah. And that was officially the last time I did anything with that.
See, so I have already decided that this year I'm going to have an amazing birthday because 1 year it's going to happen. But you're right. Like in the meanwhile,
how many people have to die for your birthday, Sandy?
There's somebody new here who asked about like our breaks. I'm going to say for the sake of the new person, we don't go to like weird gallows humor until at least this break. Nothing so dark happens early on. So like if you can get through the first 3, then you can get a lot of writing done. And then you get to this and we just go off the rails.
And then we take this 15-minute break. All of our other breaks are 10 minutes and there's not, you can't screw up too bad in 10 minutes. But 15 minutes is 50% more minutes, and you can screw up 50% more and go to 50% worse places.
We could change it. We could actually reduce this to 10 minutes. Maybe that would cut off our...
I don't know. I like to think that some people come here for that.
Maybe not now, but maybe one day.
Today.
Oh my God. And yeah, so, okay, well, I'm going to do the party. Nobody's hopefully going to die of it because I'm sheltering in place. And all you have to do to join is just click the link.
Yeah.
It'll be nice and easy. I might actually.
If something happens, you really can't be responsible for it.
No. Yeah, right. It's not my fault. I wasn't there. I didn't cause it. So nobody do anything like death defying to show up tomorrow.
Nobody like surprise us with, fire eaters or anything.
Yeah, let's not do that. But I might, I don't know. I'll probably, I'm considering the possibility of putting a link to it on the AuthorTubers page. I might. I feel like that's a good use for AuthorTubers. It's an author.
I agree.
Thing. Yeah. So you'll be able to find it if you find
it. And
it.
I've been really grouchy about writer groups lately.
Me?
As have you were more vocal about it. I didn't get really grumpy about them again until today, but I feel like that is a good use of a writers group.
Well, I like AuthorTubers. I don't typically find the same complaints.
No, I've only had one complaint with AuthorTubers. It just happened to happen very early on.
Every Facebook page has a thing, but yeah, I've had some,
everyone does.
Yeah, you're right though. I have had some peevish moments with like the 10-minute novelists. Not that any group is bad.
Though, because somebody asked a very clearly worded question. This is one thing you had discussed before we started potentially talking about things that drive us nuts.
It's a good thing we didn't go there.
Right now is when somebody asks a very specific and well-worded, obvious question, and people cannot read the question to answer it properly.
Yeah, that drives you crazy, doesn't it?
Today somebody was looking for a medication other than insulin that you would die if you didn't take, but that you're consistently on.
Blood pressure medication?
Yes, exactly. I put out thyroid medication because if Ken doesn't take his thyroid medication and under a week he's gone. If he doesn't have it for a few days, he has to go to the hospital. But a lot of people were putting out things like penicillin and anti-venom and fast acting albuterol. And all of these things that this is not stuff that you would take daily. And then some people had to have asshole comments like oxygen. Okay, well, it said medication. But thanks for being completely useless. So, yeah, writer groups are extremely toxic, and I try not to be, except for when I'm ranting about them.
There we go. So we got in a little 2-minute rant. It was good. It felt cathartic.
Yeah, that was my rant. We knew I was going to go on a rant because I was in a mood today. Okay, so it is 1:15, and we are going to write for the 10 minutes. So we will see you guys for just a little bit more at 5 of the hour. Good luck. It sounds so rustic right now.
What, in my neighborhood?
Yeah.
Yeah. My lighting's a little better now, so that's good. Yeah, it's like Jurassic Park back here. It's actually kind of amazing. We have really good. So I got so much outlining done, and I feel really good about it. Yeah, I think I can be through like a lot of work by the end of the week. It'll be great.
I put more diamonds on the puzzle.
That's you're allowed to take a break after like a really extensive project. I think that is okay. I forgot what I was going to say a second ago. I don't know. This is the end. This is the end where where it all falls apart. Thank you for joining us. We hope that you got lots and lots of something writing related done. I
hope you feel like you made progress on whatever you're doing.
Yeah. If it's diamond painting, outlining, or words, that's all for the best. There are links to our various things in the description, at least for now. Like those things disappear after the video goes offline. So what happens to them?
We'll have to figure that out sometime. But like, well, the world is in crisis is probably not that time.
Yeah, exactly. But so I think I will post the link to my virtual party. So feel free to stop by tomorrow.
When is it? When is it tomorrow?
7:30. It's 7. I'm so bad at marketing this. See, this is the thing. I actually had like a conversation literally with my mother like a day ago where I was like, did you see that event that I posted on Facebook? She was like, I know.
Also, that is 7:30 East Coast. So like it's 25 and a half hours from now, wherever you are, at an hour and a half and also a day. And that's when her virtual party is.
Yes, it will be me rambling. I actually talked my husband into joining me for this one. So yeah, right. So we will try to get better lighting, and we will definitely eat strange oblong cupcakes because you should see those things.
I will hopefully be able to join tomorrow. I unfortunately have a 5 a.m. shift. But hopefully I can get a nap in and then be able to join you. How late does it run? How long are you going for?
Probably like 8:30. It's, if you can be there, awesome. And if not, then don't stress about it here. I'm trying to post this in the comments. I don't know if I actually can.
Pop it.
Yeah. But it's I appreciate all and any support, even if it's just that you listen to me whine about it today.
Oh, right.
Okay. So we'll be back next week for our virtual write-in. Oh,
I should actually be working on something next week.
Yeah, and did you see there's like a whole thing on the 16th that AuthorTubers is doing, like a day of write-ins and like advice and such. It's like a little mini AuthorTuber conference.
I'm making a wedding cake that day.
You are making a wedding cake.
I know that because today I said to my manager, this order is due on the 10th and I don't have the supplies for it. And he looked more closely at it and he was like, I think that's a 6th. And I was like, I hope that's a 6th. It makes more sense though, because the 10th is a Sunday and the 16th is a Saturday.
Is the 16th a Saturday?
Yes.
Yes, I think it is.
That's Mother's Day. I have to go by holidays where people buy cakes,
right?
To know the date of things. So Mother's Day is the 10th, and that is on a Sunday. So the 16th logically must be a Saturday.
That's totally my cue. But I thought that we should like at least bring up that like conference. We're not doing any of the things. There were like enough people who volunteered, but I will be participating in a lot of them, and I think it's really awesome. So if you're looking for something like that,
is it a part of WordStitch by any chance?
I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is that. I don't know. It's an AuthorTuber event. It looks awesome. I'm very excited. So kudos to them for pulling it together, and we're. This is my pitch for it. All right.
We're just going to keep doing our write-ins and be satisfied with that.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I guess we'll see everybody maybe tomorrow. I'll see you, or maybe next week.
Yeah. Good luck and good writing, everybody.
All right. Thanks for joining. Bye.